let's get you the latest in a case where a police officer in the United States whose speeding car killed a Indian student, Janvi Kandula. He has been exonerated due to lack of sufficient evidence. Janvi was hit by a police vehicle driven by Officer Kevin Dave at a high speed of 119 kilometers per hour. She was thrown more than 100 feet away on the 23rd of January last year and died later that night. Kandula was said to graduate with a master's degree in information systems from the Seattle campus of Northeastern University. This case went completely viral after body cam footage showed another officer, Daniel Odrera, who joked about the death of Janvi Kandula, saying that she was 26, so she had limited value, just write a check of $11,000. So that is what sparked a huge controversy, sparked a lot of outrage world over. People reacted to how the policeman reacted to the death of a 26-year-old innocent girl walking down the street. So we have with us Nikshita. She is a petitioner living in Seattle. Nikshita Reddy joining us. Nikshita, a very sad day knowing that the policeman responsible for the death of Janvi has been let go of. The supposed lawmakers have turned into lawbreakers, and yet the law seems to be protecting them. In this particular case, there was a huge outrage world over, particularly in Seattle. Take us through how the student community and particularly the Indian community has reacted.
Yes, Divya. So we are part of Seattle, and there's like so many Indian organizations that have worked towards Jahnavi's moment in like it happened last year exactly in the month of January, and in September various organizations came together to strive a movement against this. Definitely we all felt like, as an Indian sole Indian community, we all felt that it is very crucial not to give up and raising our voices against injustice, even when it feels like it goes unheard. It's crucial for creating long-term change. That is what we are feeling right now, because we like, considering my situation, I came here as a student to aspire my higher education, similar to the case of Jahnavi. And when like Jahnavi is one among us, we all felt like, okay, so what is the kind of value that that a person has here? And especially when you said like the lawbreakers, yeah, lawmakers are definitely breaking the law, seems like. And they say that there is no proper evidence that has been proved, which is kind of insane. And like at this minute, the people are definitely not happy with the verdict, and we are coming as a community to work together and spending our time and in reaching out to the King County officials and getting accountable for all the things. But I mean, again, like, we are also losing hope after all this. Like, many people promised so many things related to her, but after that, like yesterday's the verdict, whatever we have heard, is definitely kind of like heartbreaking for all of us, and we all feel like we are all not safe, secure, and many questions and many tensions are raising as part of our community.
Right, highlighting the situation as far as Indian students in the US is concerned, many cases are being reported. Just today we had, as far as that Indian student in the US, in Illinois, who was found dead on campus, just very close to his campus. He died of hypothermia. We've had, deaths on the Purdue University that have been reported. They have been, found dead on the university. Take us through the Indian community, especially the student community. How safe does one feel? I mean, is there a sense of concern that has crept in over the last few months?
Yeah, 100%. Like, definitely last few months, there were like many incidents that were happening, especially with the Indian students. And I definitely say, like, I came here in 2018, and during that years or whatever, like, it was, I mean, we haven't heard any of these situations that happened in the past, but day by day seems like, I don't know, what exactly is happening, but definitely there are tensions going on, and definitely Indian community is concerned, and also the students who are aspiring the higher educations are concerned about that. And coming to Jahnavi Kandula's case here, especially the police, when he was driving, and he was actually going on a street with 74 mph, which is not even a freeway, and technically who is not supposed to go in that kind of speed. Many officials are working towards in pursuit of lessening the vehicle pursuit. And also there is a record that in 2023 there were more than 1200 people were killed across the United States. It's not exactly the Seattle, but all over the US there were 1200 people killed in 2023. So even the charges against the officers involved in these killings are exceedingly rare, and this data indicates that officers were charged in only 1% of all killings by police in 2023. There is a article that has been released recently, and based on that, it says that the Seattle police have a score of 31%, and Seattle provides more funding to the police than to the housing and health. And despite of that, their funding score is 35%, and the accountability is just 20%, which is so sad.
Right,
So,
Ms. Reddy, like you mentioned, the speed 119 kilometers per hour. The justification for which is that he was on an emergency, for an overdose call, and which is why he's allowed to be at that speed. Of course, it is going to be, posing a threat to other people who are perhaps crossing the road. In this particular case, Jahnavi Kandula, the officer did not even have his siren activated continuously. Instead, the officer only put on his siren at the intersection. Yet they call this lack of evidence. So, we've had a lot of rallies going on from the month of September. We've had Priyanka Chopra, Farhan Akhtar, many, people joining in, voicing their concerns as far as this particular case is concerned. There were, signage that was being put up, jail killer cops, justice for Jahnavi, end police terror. What's really concerning is the reaction by the policemen to this death, where they said, just write a check of 11,000. She had limited value because she was 26. I mean, she was all of 26. Instead of, with the heart going out for someone that young, the policemen turn around and talk about, that she had limited value. So it's very shocking, a case like this. And instead of putting out an example, especially for the colored community, when it comes to the United States is taking a stand to, side with the policemen who've been at fault here. Thank you so much, Ms. Reddy, for joining us on the broadcast.